Lions TV, this is your post-match analysis video for yesterday's 2-2 draw against Hull City at the Den. An absolute yo-yo of a performance from our team, a result that I'm sure none of us were happy with. Let's take a look at the 11 that started the match. So after thinking all week we wouldn't have many first teamers available, it turned out they was pretty much all ready to play. It was Jordan Archer in goal, Marlon Romeo right back, James Meredith left back, Jake Cooper and Big Hutch alongside him in the centre of defence. Ryan Leonard come back into the team after his suspension with Ryan Tunnicliffe playing alongside him in the centre of midfield. Aidan O'Brien on the left, Jeb Wallace on the right, and up front it was the old 1-2, the duo Steve Morrison and Lee Gregory. I'm not sure what happened there. The physio has obviously worked wonders, or Harris is doing some sort of secret tactic where we don't want to reveal our starting 11. Did it work? Did the element of surprise work? No, it didn't. He went old school. He went 4-4-2. He dropped Shane Ferguson, which I thought personally was a bit harsh. He brought back in Aidan O'Brien, Marlon Romeo at right back, Morrison and Gregory up front, and we sort of went for it in a way that we have done for a long time at home, and a formula that worked. But it didn't work. For the first 20 minutes, again, we just wasn't at the races. We conceded a goal in the first 10 minutes for the third home game in a row. And I defended the manager yesterday, and now I'll tell you why. Our player performance levels are not good enough. Now, Harris, over the last 3 seasons, has built a squad and a team he trusts. They will have a formula of how they prepare for games, and it's worked. Now, 46 games last season in the league, I can't tell you off the top of my head, I'm not a statistician, not easy to say, with how many goals we conceded in the first 10 minutes. I can tell you this much, it weren't fucking many. Now, yesterday, the back four who I love, and Harris has gained trust in. They know how to prepare for the games. They're professional in their approach. They have, for the last 3 home games in a row, let goals in the first 10 minutes. Now, that didn't happen last season. So what's going wrong with those players mentally in the dressing room? This isn't the manager's fault. He can prepare his team all week. He can pick the right team. He can say the right things. But at the end of the day, if the players have forgot how to defend and the team as a whole have forgotten how to switch on for the first 20 minutes of games, that's down to player mentality. That's absolutely nothing to do with the gaffer as far as I'm concerned. Getting into the game, we was shit for the first 20. We sort of half come alive. Lee Gregory's equalised, a long cross from Meredith. I've been very critical of Meredith's distribution and his crosses into the box. It was much improved yesterday. The goal when we equalise, it almost goes too far and everyone misses it, gives up the ghost. Lee Gregory comes in at the back post, who yesterday, by the way, I didn't think looked fit, and I did tweet that and possibly made myself look silly when he scores the equaliser after 20 minutes, but he wasn't doing as much running as he usually does. I still thought he was superb yesterday, Greg, as I've got to tell you, but yeah, I'm not sure if he was 100% fit. And then that's it, we get back to 1-1 and we creep back into the game, and after that we was the better side until half-time, but we still wasn't fantastic. Now again, if people think our manager can no longer motivate these players, you've only got to look. Well, not look, because we don't know what he said at half-time, but what we do know is whatever he said at half-time, it clearly worked. We came out for the second half, we came out the traps like we was on that 17-game unbeaten run last season, scoring goals early, fantastic going forward, committed, aggressive, ideas, balls into the box, and we could have scored 5-6 goals in the opening 5 minutes. Now, that alone tells me that it's player mentality that's the problem, it's not the manager's ability to rile them up before or after a game. What has he said at half-time? He didn't say pre-match. They responded to what he said at half-time. They responded to a bollocking. But he shouldn't have to do that. They should be ready for the first half as they was ready for the second half. And they wasn't. Come out the second half, from one I can remember, I thought it was Tunnicliffe on the edge of the box. He's drilled one. He does everything right. It might have been Jeb Wallace, I'm not sure. He keeps it low, whole get bodies in the way, deflects over the bar for a corner. For the resulting corner, it's a header, and the defender on the line at the front post sort of hits him in the chest, he knows nothing about it. 2 minutes after that, a brilliant cross in from the left, gets slung in, and Cooper misses it, someone else misses it. Morrison should score at the far post, and he doesn't, and you think, you know, again, it's going to be one of them days where we create chances and we haven't managed to kill teams off. However, after that, we come forward again, and Aidan O'Brien, who did nothing for me in the first half, but again shows exactly why he gets his space in the side, because he knows where the onion is. He gets the ball on his right foot, he switches it to his left, and he unleashes a brilliant shot, low, into the corner, in off the post, and we're 2-1 up. And at that point in the game, the players in our team have got to be experienced enough to, if they can't kill it off, to manage it correctly. And they didn't do that. And that is not down to the manager. You know, you can have a bad game or a bad couple of games. Our players are managing to get to levels from here to here and back down to here in 90 minutes. And it's not right. It's not the manager's fault. He can't get inside their heads. He can only do so much as a manager, in my opinion. You know, people saying the long ball's not working anymore. Well, it did. It worked yesterday. We was the better side from 20 minutes onward, right up until we scored the second goal. And then we missed a chance just after that. Sean Hutchinson, I think, heads just wide. And then the players just stop. The players just stop playing. And why? You know, Harris didn't make any tactical subs, anything negative. He didn't send them to drop back, as far as I'm aware. And people, to me, honestly, people are just on these bollocks now because we're not getting results. As far as I'm concerned, yes, our long ball tactic is not pretty, but it worked yesterday. It worked us into a position of being 2-1 up, and the players have got enough experience now in this division and enough now to know how each other play to kill that game off. And they didn't do it. We just sat back. We sat back. We invited Hull back into the game, and their equaliser was coming. But you know, for me, the manager's blameless in this. The players sat back. We started doing, you know, panicking on the ball, silly clearances, swiping at first time balls, trying to get it clear. You know, our confidence went from there to there, as well as our performance levels. And they get their goal across to the back post from a set piece. Awful, terrible defending. Chris Martin comes on a sub. He's at the back post, completely unmarked. He heads it towards goal, and then the guy on the line, 2 yards out jumps 2 defenders and heads it in. And it's not good enough, you know. They know how to defend from set pieces. It's very basic. You go man for man. If all else fails, you get your man, you do your job, and you make sure the man next to you is doing their job. It's very simple. It's what I tell the under-12s. He's coming completely unmarked to the back post. He heads it back across, and bang, it's 2-2. And then, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I can't explain it. I like to think that I know my football, but I can't explain why we've not gone for the jugular, why we've let our levels drop, and we've come away from a game we should have won, and believe me, we needed to win. We might have been a little bit more sympathetic of us not winning if we didn't have our full side to pick from, but they was all there. Morrison started, O'Brien started, Gregory started, Elliott was on the bench. Other than Sean Williams, who was pretty much at full strength. We had the core of a side that took us on that unbeaten run last season, 9 of them. Nine of the players, barring Tunnicliffe and Leonard, were all there last season. And they haven't managed to get it over the line. And again, I've said it before, I say it again, I don't think the manager's to blame. We are in a relegation dogfight. We somehow have managed to steer clear of the relegation zone. Still, we are one place just outside it, above Reading, who we've got Boxing Day. But what do? You know, we've got injuries. Yes, is it? You know, we at the bare bones. We thought we was, but we're not. And to me, you know, it's a disappointing result yesterday. The players have to win that game. They absolutely have to win the game. But as it was, it ends 2-2. So now on reflection, 3 home games, Hull, Birmingham and Bolton, no disrespect to any of them, but not strong teams in the division. We should have been taking 7 points from that, definitely, without a doubt, and we've walked away with 2. It isn't good enough. But again, if I'm the manager, I'm in the players here saying, you know, what is going on there? Why are you struggling to get games over the line? You're all out there. We've seen you can do it. We've seen you can do it from the 45th minute to the 65th minute. We need it over 90 minutes from them. It's as simple as that. We now go away from home, back-to-back, Preston and Stoke without an away win all season. So that is your lot for this post-match analysis video / ramblings of a madman. I'll be back during the week for a pre-match prediction for Preston next Saturday. That's not easy to say after 3 points, let me tell you. Please subscribe to Lions TV. Come on, you Lions.